Partnership after 40 isn't about passion, it's about presence. Welcome back again to Microspace. In our last episode, The Love, Loss, and Letting Go, we talked about rediscovering yourself after heartbreak. But how sometimes love after 40 isn't fireworks, it's freedom. About boundaries, rediscovery, and learning to trust yourself again after you've been broken. But today we're shifting gears because some of us didn't end our love story. We actually evolved them. Marriage in the middle years isn't about starting over. It's about staying open. It's not the honeymoon phase anymore. It's the harvest phase, where passion deepens into partnership and love becomes less about how loud it burns and more about how long it lasts. So today, let's talk about what it means to stay connected, to communicate, to grow, and to choose each other again and again. Even after life gets so busy and the spark changes shape. You know, sometimes along the way, we were sold this idea that marriage always feels like it did in the beginning. But anyone who's actually been in love for more than 10 years knows this truth. Love doesn't stay the same. It shifts. And that's not failure. That's faithfulness evolving. When you're in your 20s, you fall in love with potentials. When you're in your 40s, you love with perspective. The bills, the work stress, the kids, the body changes. They all join the relationship whether you invite them or not. But the beauty of middle-aged marriage is this. It's no longer about chasing butterflies. It's about building roots, presence, and not perfection. Like a story I always say, I once met a couple. I'll just call them James and Maria. Married 22 years. They've been through career changes, scares, financial struggles, you name it. When I asked them the secret, Maria laughed and said, we stopped trying to win the argument and start trying to win each other back. That line hit me. Because somewhere between the routine and the responsibilities, marriage can start feeling like a project to manage, not a person to love. And James told me, realized that what we needed most wasn't advice. It's just an attention. They started doing something simple. Every night before bed, no matter how tired, they sit for at least 5 minutes. No phone, no TV, and ask each other these questions. How's your tax today? Not how was your day? Not did you pay the bill? But how is your heart? That one question changed the rhythm of their marriage. You know, communication after 40 looks different. You're not just talking about future anymore. You're talking about maintenance, about staying aligned as life unfolds. But that's the truth. Communication isn't about talks more. It's about who listens deeper. You can be right and still be disconnected. You can win the debate and still lose the closeness. The strongest marriages are built on curiosity, not conclusions. When your partner speaks, don't listen to reply. Listen to understand. Ask, what do you need from me right now? Am I hearing you the way you meant it? Because the goal of communication is an agreement. It is actually alignment. You know, when you've been with someone for decades, growth can become optional. You stop asking questions. You stop being curious about who they're becoming. But the truth is, people don't stop evolving after 40. We all change. Careers, beliefs, bodies, dreams. The challenge is, will you change with your partner or away from them? Shared growth doesn't mean doing everything together. It means supporting each other's evolution, even when it scares you. One of the kindest things you can say to your spouse is, I see who you're becoming, and I still choose you. Every marriage fights. The difference between breaking and building is repair. The goal isn't just to avoid conflict. It is to recover from it fast. Because love isn't proven by how few fights you have. It's proven by how quickly you return to compassion. When temper rises, ask yourself, is this argument about being heard or being right? Can I respond from love, not ego? The most healing phrase in a long-term marriage isn't love you. It is I understand you. When the second most healing phrase, which people is actually hard to say, it's I'm sorry. Not because you're lost, but because you value the we more than the me. That friendship is what carries you. Friendship is what stays when newness fades. Friendship says, I like who you are, even when you're not perfect. When you see couples who last us 30, 40 years, notice how they talk. They tease, they laugh, They still find each other interesting. They've mastered the art of liking each other, not just loving each other. Because love is a promise. Friendship is a practice. When we are young, love feels like a fireworks, bright, exciting, and unpredictable. But in the midlife, it becomes a fire in the heart, steady, warm, consistent. You might not get butterflies anymore, but you get something better, which is belonging. Belonging means being fully seen and still accepted. It's waking up next to someone who witnessed your worst and still says, I'm here. That's the quiet miracle of a long marriage. Passion fades, but presence lasts. Partnership after 40 is a teamwork with tenderness. It's not about splitting calls. It's about sharing care. When one of you is tired, the other steps up. When one of you dreams, the other holds the ladder. You realize love isn't actually about doing everything together. It's about never letting the other feel alone. That's what presence means. Passion might light the spark, but presence keeps the fire alive. This isn't something you have. It's something you build over and over again. You build it through conversation, apologies, laughter, silence, and showing up every time, especially when it's inconvenient. You build it by remembering words, basically that you're not just growing up together, you're growing up together. And when the noise of life gets loud, remind yourself that you're not just your spouses, you're teammates, teachers, friends. Now getting the midlife, the middle years with grace, humor, and heart. A few months ago, I saw an older couple sitting at a cafe, 60s, maybe early 70s. They weren't talking much, just quiet reading, trying sips of coffee and exchanging small smiles. But every few minutes, one reaches over and touches the other's hand. No words, just connection. That reminded me that marriage isn't just about grand gesture. It's built in those small, silent affirmations that says, I'm still here. I still choose you. And I thought, that's what I want to grow into. Not perfect love, but patient love. The kind that ages like fine wine, smoother, deeper, and more appreciated with time. And this is my closing reflection. Partnership after 40 isn't about passion, it's about presence. It's about showing up even when it's quiet, even when it's hard, even when the spark is dim, but the bond is strong. So tonight, before you fall asleep, turn on to your partner and say, how is your heart today? Because that one question could open 100 doors back to closeness. But love doesn't have to feel new to be beautiful. It just had to be nurtured. This is Michael Speaks again, reminding you that love in the middle years isn't about keeping the spark alive. It's about keeping the connection real. Until next time, I'll see you, and keep on following and keep on sharing this message. Thank you once again. Till next week.